background.
No other name. I love that song. This is the AliShane Show. I'm Allison Feliciano.
And I'm Shane Harmon.
And together we are
AliShane.
AliShane. We are here. We are excited today. We have Women Leadership Network of Atlanta in the studio. So let's welcome Miss Evelise Jones and Nikki Blakely Simmons. Yay!
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
We are excited. I've actually known these lovely ladies for a bit. I've been to one of their events, which we're going to talk about one today. But Shane's going to tell you a bit about Evelise, and I'll tell you a bit about Nikki so that you know the greatness that's in the studio right now.
Thank you. Well, Evelise Jones, she's the president of WLNOA, which is the Women's Leadership Network of Atlanta. She's the founder of Women's Leadership Network of Atlanta. She's a leadership mentor and motivational speaker with over 20 years of experience in the financial services industry, as well as having an impressive military background of outstanding service and leadership. Utilizing her strong program management and leadership background in both the military and the banking industry, Evelise is responsible for cultivating new business industry relations while focusing on the expansion of the WLNOA brand throughout Metro Atlanta, its surrounding areas, and as well as nationally.
I thought it was fitting since Shane has a military background too, so that he was, that whole thing. I can't get these military people out of my life. But okay, so Mrs. Nikki Blakely Simmons is vice president of the network with over 15 plus years of corporate training, professional development, marketing and promotion, and professional speaking experience. Nikki infuses a creative blend of brand management expertise into the network, and through careful analysis and planning of the brand's perception in the marketplace to developing good relationships and seeking out viable collaborations and partnerships. Nikki's responsibility is to build strong awareness, local customers and members, and a positive marketplace image. And I can tell you, I got that sense even before this when she was on stage at the last event. The energy that she brought was awesome. And so we are so excited to have you ladies here. When I was first introduced to, I think it was you via Facebook, I really loved the whole be a leader and not a boss. So now, with your military background, how did that play into that whole concept?
It plays a lot because I see a lot of opportunities in our leadership, right? Not only in politics, but also military. Sometimes we decide to manage and be a boss. And to me, it's a huge opportunity, especially around women, because we got to do better, right? We got to set the standards higher. And we have to make sure that we manage and develop our employees, our stores, our customers, everyone that we get involved with. We have to make sure we encourage them to become better. And we have to become better, great leaders in order for us to do that. So that's where the inspiration to be a leader came from.
Now, you and I both have banking backgrounds and the whole financial industry, and that is male dominated. So, how did you? What was the kick in the pants to say, one, you know what? Because as we know, not everyone can be a leader, right? And not everyone is called to that. So what was the thing that pushed you into creating the network and to build, and then we'll get with how you got with Nikki.
So our mission is to pretty much find those women that haven't found their vision, right? That's our legacy. We wanted to make sure that we encourage the young ladies. We wanted to make sure that we encourage everyone to become a leader. And if they haven't found those skills in them, that's what we come, right? That's where we do our workshops. And Nikki can tell you a little bit about more about our vision, but it's pretty much to encourage them, empower them, to inspire every woman out there that we cannot let men win, right? We love them. Yes, and we can live without them, but we have to make sure that we encourage each other to do better, because we have what it takes to be great leaders.
Right.
We just have to make sure we work together. We have a great partnership. Nikki and I work together very well. We don't only work as business partners, but we also also work together as sisters. We love on each other, we respect each other, and we share amazing skills between both of us, right? And that's what we can bring to Women Leadership Network. We become together and we say, you know what, let's bring it in, let's bring it to Atlanta and every single state out there. So
That's awesome.
our goal is to pretty much take it from Atlanta to everywhere in the United States.
Well,
I want
this
to chime in on
Go
that,
ahead.
because, you know, being in the military, you were in the military, I've worked with a lot of great women leaders. I'll definitely give you that. Women are leaders. I mean, there's a lot of women out there that can compete right with men.
Yes.
And not to say that men are superior at all. It just started out that men were the leaders and the, you know, women were at home and all that. But it's all changed.
It is.
It really has changed, and my hat's off to you.
Thank you.
Awesome. I totally agree.
I agree too.
So Nikki, tell me how you found Evelise or vice versa, and with your marketing background, what did you think about when she brought this to you?
Okay, Evelise and I were actually Facebook friends. And you know, we're friends with a lot of people on social media. And we have and we have no idea who these people are. But we get the little friend request, we check out their timeline. They're cool. Okay,
Yeah.
you're my friend. And 2015 in November, Eve and I were both honored at a Phenomenal Woman event. And there was this lady there that was a vendor she was a clothing vendor, and Eve volunteered to be one of the impromptu models.
Awesome.
And she just had so much
She owned it.
spunk and, oh my goodness, just so much personality. And I was like, I like her. And we just connected after that. You know, I am a master networker. I believe in expanding your network and getting to know
Absolutely.
people. And so I reached out to her, and we had a phone call, and I believe the first time we spoke to each other, we talked for like over an hour.
Awesome.
We just connected. And so she told me about her organization, Women Leadership Network of Atlanta. She was a one-woman show. And she was just like, Nikki, I can't do all of this by myself. I need help. And I was only looking at that time to consult or coach her along her business. But she was looking for a partner. And of course, I shared with her my skill set and my background. And I said, well, you know what? Let's just take it to the Lord in prayer. Let's, you know, pray about it first to make sure, because I am a Christian woman. And I believe in getting guidance from God before I make any major decisions. And getting into a business relationship with a person is just like a personal relationship with
Right,
a
of
person.
course.
You got to be careful who you jump in bed with.
That's
I
right.
believe it.
So we prayed about it. We came back together and we decided we wanted to partner. And it's been 24 karat magic ever since.
Love it.
And I agree with the 24 karat kind of, because the last event that I went to, I mean, it was beautifully decorated. It was fantastic. I had a great time. Met some really great women, and I could see what the type of women and leaders that you attract in speakers and things like that. So so this was the end of 2015. Okay, so then how many workshops or things have you guys done together since then?
This one, March, will be our 4th one together. Yeah. So the very first one she invited me to when I first came on board, I was more like her mistress of ceremony. And she was so impressed with my skill set, my speaking skills, how I engaged the audience. She was like, oh no, I definitely have to have you as my partner now. So yes, this will be our 4th workshop together.
Awesome.
And like Eve said, we're not only business partners, but we're sisters. And we get along very well.
That's important.
It's very important.
Now, do you always agree?
Pretty much, yeah.
Really?
I mean, if and the cool thing about it is we always run things by each other.
Okay, so that's what
So
works.
she
Okay.
doesn't just come up with something and run with it. I don't just come up with something and run with it. We both bring it to the table. We discuss it. Some ideas I may not think will work. Some ideas she may not think will work. But what we do is we engage each other in very detailed dialogue. And then when we get it all out on the table, she may say, well, Nikki, yeah, you're right, that won't work. Or I may say, Eve, you're right, that won't work. So I think because we have very open lines of communication,
Which is
neither
important.
one of us have this huge ego where we can't say, yeah, you're right, my idea wasn't good.
Right.
And it just flows very well. We
Sounds
haven't
like
we
us.
haven't
I
had
know.
an argument or I don't want to talk to you, I'm mad with you moment. We haven't, and it's been over a year now.
And this is what I think is key. Whereas what was said, why is someone calling? Do they not know that you're on the air?
Maybe it's Michelle about maternity.
know.
She's excited about
I
us.
know, I love. Michelle, we miss you.
Yes,
Let's come back.
we
Okay,
miss you,
I'm
First
sorry.
Lady.
Okay, let me come back to myself. Okay, but I think what you said was key is those open lines of communication, and that's what we stressed when we first met, and which then we can have a different perspective, right? But it doesn't have to escalate to anything. And do you find that, and I hate to put this into like a stereotypical thing, but with women, if one is not coachable, and then that's where the cattiness comes out, or the ego, what's your goal as a network? Cause I love what your mission is, but how do we get women to better work together and not against each other? I mean, even just when we go to an event, and I mean, people, they look at each other, look at her,
Sizing each other up
they're
and
sizing
down,
it up,
yes.
So
you
what
know,
do you do?
and
Men
I
do it
just-
too.
Yeah.
To a
but,
different way.
right, but, so what's your goal, at the end of the day, when you have each of these, events, that how can we, you know, what do we say to women right now, saying, ladies, we've gotta do better, but what's the start of that?
First of all, I will say that sometimes we have to stop being Christians and just truly love God, right? Because when you truly love God, you become different. And you learn how to
Amen.
love people for who they are and where they come from. Diversity is very important to me, right? Because I'm all the way in Atlanta. I'm from Puerto Rico. I have this huge, exotic accent that everybody loves. But it's hard, right? Because not everyone welcomes you sometimes. But I have encouraged myself that I'm at the same level as every woman out there.
That's
No
right.
matter where they come from, no
That's
matter
right.
which college they went to, I'm right there with them. So it's important for us to partner with the right person. Just like Nikki said, you have to do a research. You can just partner with anyone out there. You got to make sure you choose the right partner. Not everyone is going to work for you, and that's okay. Someone else will. It's just like any other relationship. Also, it's important for us to stop looking at the outside of a woman, right? You have to go a little bit deeper. Let's learn from each other. Let's try to find better ways to connect instead of just looking at fashion and what they're wearing and what she got going on and all that kind of stuff. Because most of the time it's fake anyway.
Okay.
So it's important to
Especially in
truly
Atlanta.
know people.
Especially in Atlanta.
Right.
Yes.
Right, I mean, and, you know, what you said was key is that, you know, not everyone, I mean, it's just life, not everyone's gonna drive with each other, but if you go to the, and let's take off titles, let's take off all of that, and, again, I believe in, the key to being an effective leader is serving.
Yes.
You know, is serving, but you also have to be coachable. You know, when I built my 2 companies back in the day, my goal was to have people that were on my core team that were smarter and better at things than me.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Takes a village.
I may not have seen that this should or this would work better going this way and not this way, but if you bring it to my attention, I go, oh my gosh, she's right. And then giving you props for that. You know,
Exactly.
giving you props for that, and it doesn't make me less of a leader, right? And so, but we're gonna take one quick break, and then we wanna hear all about your event coming up on March 18th, and how people can find you guys and get tickets. Great speakers, I know one of them personally, you don't wanna miss this. So we'll be right back, you are listening to 108 Praise Radio, Voice in the Gospel, the AliShane Show, don't go away.
Great speakers. I know one of them personally. You don't want to miss this. So we'll be right back. You are listening to 108 Praise Radio, Voice in the Gospel, the AliShane Show. Don't go away.
You know, what you said is key, especially in Atlanta.
Okay.
Yes, we talk about that all the time. Oh my goodness.
Fake Atlanta.
What you see is not what you get. That's what it
Well,
is.
when I first moved here, and I would go to different events, and people would, come up, and there's nothing wrong with having,
Faux Atlanta.
you know, a nice car, or there's nothing wrong with any of that. But they will come up with their nice car and their whatever bag and this and this. And being a financial educator, I would say, in fact, I'll come on.
Oh, okay. Are you in line too?
No,
She's on that.
no, I thought I was connected to Xfinity.
Okay.
But I would say,
Tell them the
you know, if
Oh, we good.
if-
It comes up.
if we were to
Okay.
look inside their car, right? Let's go inside. I bet you all the dash lights are on. Their, you know, check
There's
engine
some
light,
malfunction
oil
there.
change, this and that, your tires low, blah, blah, blah. They, you know, and it's all about, appearances. And then they actually don't want to even try to collaborate or share because they're insecure.
Exactly.
And I think that there's more that we can do together than apart, you know?
Oh,
So,
someone said that.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
There's power in sisterhood.
That's nice.
It's good.
That's true.
Like I said, I give them props. 'Cause I dealt with, even in the military, there's a lot of great women.
So many people are in awe of our relationship, of our partnership. They say all the time, like, really, you are amazing. Like, how do you do it? So I think, and I'm proud of the fact that we're setting an example. Because we know it when you do business together. Like, can you find each other, you're breaking up a partnership, you know, it's just about
and if you cannot take
They're not coaching.
yes,
constructive
They
criticism,
come from
which
somewhere they
is
don't
not
want to
trying to hurt you,
Yeah.
but, you know, and if I really do, it's because I care. And so,
it is a second.
Some people are just gonna be that.
Yeah.
They just want to cheer everyone else up. It's just a fact of life. If they would just admit that, don't deny it, then they would either change or they would stay the same. That's their perspective, their prerogative. But just some people just don't even want to admit it. They don't even see it. They're
That's
just,
like something that's an addiction. If you're not willing to admit it, then you can't get past it, you can't deal, you can't grow.
denial is the first step on the mission. But, yeah, she loves it.
Write the number down again. Write the phone number down. Who? Phone number. The call in. Oh.
Another thing, these reality shows not helping us.
At all.
Because what it's doing is those people that are watching this show, breaking your norm. So if they deviate from the norm, they're going to be looked at as greedy or because they're all
Got 30 seconds. Right?
okay,
Hey, you on.
I love that song, right? First
Yes,
thing is so in love
beautiful.
with you. Oh my goodness. So we are excited. We are here with the founder, president, and vice president of Women Leadership Network of Atlanta. And we're excited. You guys have an event coming up on March 18th. Okay, so tell us, and I love this, jumpstart the new year with laser-focused commitment to power up the unborn leader in you. It's time to take your leadership skills to new heights. And I think it's great at the beginning of any year, even if you are a leader, to kind of reset, recheck, and you have a great lineup of speakers, one I know personally. And I love that you have a man on your speaker board, because, you know, yes, it is great for us to each come and speak, but I think he especially, Dr. Robert Watkins, will bring a great perspective to it. So tell us about what kind of, what brought this particular topic to mind, and it's a great investment price too, so.
It is. So we're excited. The way we pick our speakers, right? We pretty much just follow them. We do the research. We see what they're doing. And Robert, Sharon, Crystal, they're doing amazing things for the community. They're not only keynote speakers, but they're also working with our community. They're leaders. They're doing amazing things. So we're excited to have them, especially Robert. Yes, we're trying to bring men on board.
Awesome.
So we are excited about that. A lot of women gave us that feedback. They say, come on, just bring the men in. So they wanted to see men involved as well, even though it's called Women Leadership Network. We are definitely inviting men as well. It's always good to work together, right?
Sure.
Because that's the key now, for us to work together to make sure that we learn from each other, because you do have great men leaders out there as well as women. So we have to make sure we work together. We want to make sure we encourage each other and work around that. So Nikki can give us a little bit more details about the vision and what we're looking for on this actual event coming up.
Well, Women Leadership Network of Atlanta is a professional development and business networking organization. So our mission is to further develop the leadership skills of women in business, whether you're an entrepreneur, you're a corporate professional, and young girls as well, because you know, the word says train them up in the way that they should go,
Yes.
and they won't depart from it. So we have to start young, planting those positive seeds. And so we're looking to bring in the youth component where we can allow the older, more seasoned women to allow the young girls to shadow them and
Right,
teach them
mentor
what it is
them.
to be a leader. Teach them what it is to be an entrepreneur. Teach them what it is to be a corporate professional woman. You know, going in every day and rubbing shoulders with the men in their blue and black suits, you know?
Right, okay.
So that's our goal, and our goal is also to build a sisterhood. Collaboration and partnership is very important to us.
Absolutely.
So we have to teach our young girls and our adult women as well how to build bonds and true bonds that are not easily broken.
Thank you.
You know, the sisterhood that is a true, genuine sisterhood. I tell people all the time, I lived here in Atlanta once before, about 19 years ago. My husband and I relocated here in 2014. And I received so much love from women that I had just met when I moved here, i.e. example Eve, who were just so authentic and so real. That's not going to be the experience every time.
No?
But
Right.
I can say, fortunately for me, that has happened with several professional women in my circle, which blew my mind.
That's good.
So it can be done. There are women who can be genuine and authentic with one another, work together, support, lift one another up, and that's what Women Leadership Network is all about. Now, our workshops, we do them quarterly, 4 times a year. March is our first one of the year. June, September, and December is our big closeout workshop. And basically what we want to do is just to connect people. We want to connect people with awesome resources, a wealth of information that they can go back and infuse into their personal and professional lives to help catapult them to the next level of business. And that's, again, whether you're an entrepreneur or corporate professional, we don't discriminate. You know, we're not all about entrepreneurs. We're not trying to convince a corporate person to leave corporate and go into entrepreneurship, because everyone wasn't born to be an entrepreneur.
That's right.
So we try to spread it out across the board to support every gamut of business
Very good.
for women, and like he said, for men as well.
That's awesome. So, okay, so first, let's tell people how they can find you guys, and where they can, this is March 18th from 11 to 2:30. So listen, it's not a whole day thing. You can get up, get some stuff done, get there at 11, you'll be home by 3:30, okay?
Exactly.
I mean, if you're like me, you're gonna end up talking, so maybe 4 o'clock, okay? But it's only a $30 investment. It's a $30 investment. And the key is investment. Invest in yourselves. So even if you are currently a CEO or a corporate executive, everyone needs to always be learning. You know,
Yes.
the more we know, the more we need to know. Okay, so it's $30. It's at the Embassy Suites on Acres Mill Road in Atlanta. And so where can we go to get tickets? Oh, I see it. Okay, so go to WLNOA-power-up-the-unborn-leader
It's a
in
lot.
you.eventbrite.com. Listen,
Just go to Eventbrite and search for Women
is-
Leadership Network of
it is
Atlanta.
going to be on our AliShane page, as well as Shane and I will share it on our own pages on Facebook. We will also share it through the 108 Praise Radio Network. So you can go, it's $30 if you are in anywhere near the greater Atlanta area. Even if you are an hour away, it's worth the drive to come. 3 powerful speakers. One of them I know personally, you are not gonna wanna miss that. But also a great time to network, right?
Yes.
And I would say, if we start to work and get to know like-minded people, and you kind of take out the ego, you will see your own brand grow, your own, because I can always learn something from these 2 ladies, and then they might learn something from us, and we could share, and if you do that from the right place, you will be blessed.
Yes.
If you are doing it from a place, well, I'll go to see who I can meet through them, and I do not believe that God will bless that.
Exactly.
And so again, it's only a $30 investment. I mean, how much do you waste on coffee
Exactly.
at Starbucks or look, I mean, on stuff, quote unquote stuff in Walmart? No disrespect to Walmart or Dollar Tree or Target. Or anything. It's stuff. This you can take with you. Bring a notebook, take notes. You'll never know the one thing that you'll hear that could change just your life. The whole, just like the Bible says that when we pray, right, and when we pray in faith, and then God will turn the tide of the battle into your favor, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
what one thing could you hear this day for 3.5 hours that will turn the tide of where you're trying to go, that can take you to higher levels and heights? So listen, go to eventbrite.com. Although I will post a link on my page. but just if you just type in WLNOA, look for March 18th, you will find it in Atlanta, Georgia. You will find it $30. Ladies, we pray that God blesses this, and the rest of what you're doing is great. Women and men, men, bring your wives, gift your wives this.
Yes.
If your wife is wanting to do something, gift your wives this,
Yes.
or your partner, your girlfriend, whatever. Gift them this so that they could come out and be poured into by such a great panel with 2 great leaders right here at the forefront. I look forward to more events from them this year. I had a great time at the last one, so you never know, guys. You might see me there again. And so I know that my love will buy my ticket. Yes, he will. Thank you, babe. Thank you. So look at that.
That's what leadership is all about.
Right.
Right, we got it.
He is leading from the front. Anyway,
You lead in love. That's
yes.
what you do.
And so before we go, don't forget, next week, February 23rd, the AliShane Show will be live at the Delkwood Grill on Delk Road in Marietta, Georgia, from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. You don't want to miss it. If you're in the audience, we'll give you a shout out for your business or what you do. But also, from 7 to 7:30 will be great networking, and you'll get to taste or some samples. And then we have a guest speaker coming in from Chicago, Illinois, the great Gregory Jansen. You don't want to miss it. Again, we start on time, so don't be late. You might miss a great connection. So thank you, ladies. Please come back. We cannot wait to have you back before your next event, right?
Thank you.
And we just want you to know that you only go as far as you believe in.
Yes.
So dream big.
Yay.
You're listening to 108 Praise Radio, Voice in the Gospel. See you next week.
Awesome.
That was awesome. Thank you.
Thank
Yes, thank you so much for having us. That was great.
You know what,
Yeah.
when we do, because I use Eventbrite, so